Now, Tayshia, show me that ring. Did that ring ever accidentally make it into an Instagram, or was that a different ring?
I guess I could come clean now. Yeah, it accidentally did, okay?
We saw Tayshia and Zac get engaged in the Bachelorette finale, and we have all the details on where their engagement currently stands. Hey guys, welcome back to another shared news from home. We have got to talk about the latest updates in Tayshia and Zac's engagement. But before we get into it, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring, and I'm joined by the wonderful Avery Grooms. Hello, hello. So after quite the journey, we found out that Tayshia ended her time as the Bachelorette engaged to Zac. We were so thrilled for her. We recapped the entire finale. So go check that out if you haven't, you guys. But there was no after the final rose. So we have been dying for updates on where they currently stand and what their plans are for the future. And Avery, we finally have some answers. I'm so excited. Let's just dive right in. They quickly made it Instagram official. Like literally, I think the West Coast episode wrapped and they were on Instagram stories. Posting some very cute videos together, celebrating. They looked so happy and in love. And after all of the rumors of her journey ending without an engagement, I'm sure they were so excited to finally hop on socials and share with the world. I'm just thrilled for them. They looked literally so in love in just those 10-second clips. I was absolutely sold. What about you?
I am beyond happy for them. Since there wasn't an after the final rose, I've been just watching all of their interviews today because I just love to see them in today's world. It's been 4 months since they wrapped the show, and to just see them look so happy right now, if not happier together. I mean, they're just glowing. I love to see it.
Same. Yes, they did do their first joint interview with Good Morning America. And in that interview, thank God, they answered a lot of our burning questions. Obviously, they're still together, they're still engaged, but they did reveal that they are in no rush to walk down the aisle.
We're just going with the flow at the moment. We're just going to date each other. How about that?
Which I think is absolutely wonderful. They're obviously, excited about the idea of a big wedding down the line, but they want to take it slow and get used to living in the real world, which I think is great. I think there is no shame in going on the show, getting engaged, and then being like, okay, let's just date for a bit, How do you feel about them deciding to take it slow, not to dive into anything?
I think this is such a good call. I mean, there's absolutely no rush. If anything, the engagement was kind of a rush, so there's no point to rush the marriage when they could just vibe. I mean, they've been in this bachelor bubble and then they've kind of been in hiding. So they just need to enjoy real life together, go on as many dates as they can, just make the most of it. And then they can think about that later. They already know they're in it for the long run. So they should just enjoy their new relationship.
I couldn't agree with you more. And the thing is, they have two totally separate lives. They didn't find each other in a bar on a dating app, already in each other's worlds. They have two lives that they need to combine and figure out what this new normal is going to be. And the good news is they have a very solid plan in place for doing that. Tayshia is going to be bi-coastal for the time being. She's keeping her place in California. But they joked she has a one-way ticket to New York City and she's going to be spending some time with Zac there for the near future, which we did talk about when the season was airing. I think it was Zac who was like, Tayshia might want to move to New York. So I don't know. It could be a great fit. We saw some incredible guys this season, but it feels like Zac really just ended up being the easy, obvious fit for Tayshia's next chapter.
Absolutely. I think she said this in an interview with Rachel that he checked all the boxes. All the guys were great, but Zac checked them all. And even her wanting to move to New York and he happens to live there is also just another plus. I mean, it just seems like they were totally meant for each other. And I'm just seeing it now more than ever. Watching him on the show, I always thought he was a great contender. I was so happy that he won. But now watching all these interviews, seeing them right now, it's just kind of solidified her decision. And I just trust them that they're going to stay together and I'm rooting for them.
Oh my gosh, same. I'm totally rooting for them. On the Bachelor Happy Hour podcast, they talked about some of the things they're most looking forward to now that everything is just out in the open. And Zac said, for me, initially, it's all about we've got to do the family and friend thing. He added that he's so excited to meet Tayshia's friends and that it's going to be huge, and vice versa for her meeting his friends as well. I feel like that is such an important step in any relationship. And like you said, the engagement is what was kind of rushed. Like, it's so crazy that they're going to get to introduce their lifelong person to their friends, to their family. And I don't know, I kind of feel like I have no doubts in my mind that Tayshia's friends are going to love Zac and vice versa. They seem to be just so in sync. I feel like it's going to be a really great fit.
I know. It's kind of crazy how introducing your partner to the friends comes after the engagement. But I feel like they almost kind of know who he is from just watching the show and everything. But I feel like that is such an important part of a relationship, is seeing how your boyfriend or your girlfriend acts around your friends. And they didn't really get to have that step, but I don't think it'll really make a difference. I know both of their friend groups are going to love each other. So that's just more things to look forward to on their part.
I mean, you're totally right. If they've been watching along all season, Zac won all of us over. I can't imagine that he didn't win over her friends as well. Aside from having these just general logistics of where they're going to be and what they're going to do figured out, Tayshia's also just gushing about being so happy, which I think is so wonderful to see. She told People magazine, quote, "We have so many similarities regarding our goals in life. I've never been in a relationship like this before. Our communication is phenomenal, and I feel really safe with Zac. It just feels so right, and I cannot wait to experience life with him by my side." They also talked about wanting to start a family down the line. Zac, I guess, joked that she wants 17 children, which we all know Tayshia wants 5. And she said that Zac isn't shying away from that. So I just think it is so nice to see them happy, on the same page. It really looks like they're going to be in it for the long haul. I know we talked about this a little bit in the recap, but bachelorettes have a better track record with finding lasting love than our bachelors do. And I don't know, I just keep getting more and more confident that we're going to be adding them to that success story list.
I think so too. I mean, I just said this, but watching all these interviews just proves that point. The Good Morning America interview, Zac was just like, I want a big wedding, but of course I'm going to do whatever Tayshia wants. And that just seems like how he is. Whatever Tayshia wants, she's going to get at this point. He calls her queen. It's so cute. And I think it's so funny how he went from, I don't want to get married, I don't want to have kids, to I want to get married, be with this girl for the rest of my life, have as many kids as she wants. That's so telling in itself, how she basically just changed an entire person. So I definitely think they were so meant to be.
Absolutely. I mean, it's so clear. She has made him confident in a chapter of his life that he didn't even know if he wanted. And right before the proposal, when she told Chris Harrison, I don't actually know if I've been in love. I don't actually know that I've felt anything like this before. I was just oh my gosh, fairy tale, such a wonderful story. And I mean, it really is. I think their communication, the way they're able to express how they feel, talk about the big stuff, talk about the little stuff, it just feels like they are set on a road to success. This is the love story we needed in 2020. We can only hope that Matt James' season of The Bachelor ends up being as wonderful and exciting as Tayshia's love story was. All right, you guys. Well, we, of course, want to know your thoughts on Tayshia and Zac's engagement. Have you been keeping up with all of these interviews? Are you betting on them for the long haul? Let us know down in the comments. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell, because like we said, Matt James' season is right around the corner and we have so much more Bachelor Nation content coming your way. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring. I was joined by the lovely Avery Grooms. If you want to keep up with us on socials, our handles are on the screen right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.